All right, Coach, several records to go over for your team for MAC tournament points, field goals made, field goal percentage, margin, and steals. Didn't look like a team coming in on an 8-game losing streak. Your thoughts about tonight's game?
It was phenomenal. Best game we've played, total game all year. I was really concerned about their zone, the way they guard us at their place. And then when we came over here for shoot around today, we had enough air balls in our 27 minutes of shoot around to last us for the year. So I didn't see the shooting performance coming that we had tonight. But I thought our intensity was right on edge. And, I thought we scored out of our defense well and created turnovers, which got us some confidence going. And then obviously we started making some shots.
Jalen, can you talk about how important it was to pick up the pace against West Virginia Wesleyan and how important the pace was to this game?
We run a team for real. We don't, post up, slow the ball down. So we knew that they got, 6'9", 6'8", 6'7" out there. We got outrunner. So we did that, and of course Pat with 11, 12 easy buckets. We'll come away with it.
Pat, what about your game today? A tournament record for field goals made in a game. And a lot of those were right off the bat. How important was that quick start for you?
It was very important. I know my job on this team is to bring energy, and I know they feed off of me. So I know if I have a good start, the team will follow right behind me.
Coach, you talked about, you seem to be not quite as worried down the stretch in the season when they were losing a couple close games and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed to just kind of click today early on. You guys were doing a lot of what you wanted to do. How gratifying was it to see, when the pressure was on, they had to win or go home, they were able to step up to the challenge?
Yeah, for the last, 2-3 weeks or so, once we, lost a couple games and we were completely out of the, at-large even scenario of the NCAA tournament. Once you get out of that, I started telling them, look, these are all practice games. That's all they are. They're practice games. And, you've got to get ready for going to the Civic Center, and depending on where your seat is, you got to win 3 or 4 games. And so, to their credit, to our guys' credit, I just think their resolve through this 8-game losing streak has been tremendous. I mean, I think one time after the Concord game, I really felt they were hurt and down after the Concord game. That's the only time. And other than that, I mean, they've been fighting through it, upbeat in practice, for the most part, having good energy in practice. And I knew when things started clicking, we're a hard team to deal with. And tonight we showed that for 40 minutes. I think we've shown flashes of that for a 10-minute span, for a half, but tonight we had it for the whole game for 40 minutes.
That first half, was that, for Jalen and Pat, was that first half the best you guys think you played, the best half you played this year? It seemed like just taking that momentum so quickly.
I think so. I think it was one of our best halves. We usually start off a little slow sometimes. We can't, get energy started. But like Pat said, if Pat gets a fast start like that, it's hard to beat.
How big was that for you guys, just building momentum? Just kind of taking it, taking it in line with the rest of the way?
It was very important because I know, like Coach said, after the Concord game, we were kind of low on ourselves. So this game, we go up, and that kind of just builds our confidence. A good start like that, you don't see that very often. And so just the energy, we were just having fun out there. So that fun energy, that just built us up. And so we're just playing to get better from here.
And then obviously, Coach, Friday. Tough.
What's Friday?
got a tough one coming up, I think.
Who do we play?
What's that? Yeah,
I think I've heard of it.
Yeah, right. As you guys kind of have to regroup so quickly and move on, what is the toughest part of getting ready for them in such a short time span?
Well, first off, they're hard to simulate. We press and run, but geez, they press and run. And so, they're really hard to simulate. So, and you're not going to be able to, really do a whole lot in one day, especially after we just played the late game, 8:15. And so, and then you don't want to leave it on the practice floor. So, it's going to be more about, talking about, and we've already played them twice, so they know. And I thought we played them pretty well in the first half at their place. and was hanging right with them. They got us down by 10 in the first half, and then we battled back and took the lead back from them, which the last couple of years we haven't been able to do that with them. And so, we know what they're about. And I've said this and said this. I mean, their three-point shots are tremendous. They're great at that. But I don't think that's what kills you. What kills you with them is when they get layups and when they get second shot opportunities. That's what really breaks your back. And so those are the two things that we've really got to try to limit, and then just try to withstand their threes.
Good. All right. That'll do it.
Good.
Thank
All
you.
right, let's go eat. Go home.